ARMS, Nintendo's newest IP, full of colorful characters, awesome fights, and some amazing strategies once you get later into the game. For those of you struggling, I have prepared a guide today that is the top 7 tips in ARMS. Let's get started. What is the ARMS triangle, you may ask? Well, it's very similar to the Fire Emblem unit triangle, where some moves or actions are better suited for combat than others. In the case of ARMS, though, it's very basic. Grab beats block, block beats punch, and punch beats grab. It's a very simple concept, but it leads into some amazing strategies late in the game, and it's something that every player should learn to master right away. ARMS, at its core, is a fighting game. So eventually you'll see some people play with one and only plan in mind when they face you. Either they're going to be super grab happy, being super defensive, or just constantly getting in your face and just punishing you to no end. Unfortunately, for these kinds of players, they are easily countered as they do not do anything different. This is where the play unpredictably factor comes in. As by playing unpredictably, you are forcing your opponent to play how you want, which in turn will lead you to some very, very amazing victories. Now this is something you're going to see a lot of in online play of ARMS. I call them jumpers. They can be rather annoying to deal with if you don't know how to do it properly. However, ARMS is fair and balanced enough into which jumpers can be easily countered with a matter of simple air control. Yes, ARMS has a jump button and players do jump a lot, but if you can control the air or control the air from the grounded state, you are once again forcing your opponent to play how you want and will once again have the advantage in the fight. This is huge, and I mean a huge tip. As many of you are probably aware, every character in ARMS has their own different and unique ability. From Master Mummy's passive healing after a couple seconds behind his shield, to Twintail's ability to slow down time, to Kid Cobra's speedy consecutive dashes that slide under anything. Every character is unique and different in their own way. Learning to counter this, though, is how you can be the best. The best way to learn how to do this is by practicing with the character itself, or just going online and studying how other players play. Eventually, if you do this, you will understand how every character's ability factors into how they play, and you will eventually succeed in being able to counter any character at any time. This is a bit of a smaller tip, but it has a massive impact on the game. As you know, in ARMS, you can throw each punch individually. However, after you throw a punch, you may have to wait for your arm to either be countered or blocked before you can throw it again. So what happens when you throw both arms then? Well, unfortunately, you'll end up leaving yourself wide open to a grab or a rush punish, which you do not want to do. So the best option to do is always have one arm cocked, ready to counter what your opponent may do. You may find yourself in a situation where you're either getting beaten to a pulp or you find yourself at a huge health disadvantage. The best thing to do in this case is to not panic. The reason for this is because if you panic, you're falling right into your opponent's hands. The best thing to do in this case is play as if you had full health. Not only will this take some of the stress of being at a health disadvantage off you, but it will also throw your opponent off their game, which is what you want in a situation where you have a massive health disadvantage. If you're to take anything out of this tip video, this tip right here is the most important. If you want to have more fun at ARMS, or if you just want to jump into the competitive field of ARMS, you will have to play the game constantly and ultimately not only follow some of the tips in this video, but come up with your own tips as well. Doing this, you'll eventually become very good at the game and you'll feel like you'll be able to take on anything. So good luck to everybody out there. I hope this short little tip guide for ARMS helped a lot of you, and I hope to face some of you in ARMS in the future. So until then, this is CAJ Man 777 signing off. Stay safe, everybody, and game on.